Hey, so see this? This is fake. This is real. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Day 1, bonk choy spam. Yeah, that's it. That's bonk choy.
Hello,
Day 2, end. And that guy. Yeah, I have a hunch that prospectors on me may be the first real problem of the entire challenge. And why I say that? 2 reasons. First off, prospectors on me plays on the biggest issue of the challenge: hard counters. For example, on day 2, we have 2 pretty good counters for prospector, but here to mine and Torchwood. Both pretty good instances for getting us out of sticky situations. But the issue here lies with the wheel. We aren't always going to have a good counter against Prospector. And unlike other zombies with counters like Bear Roller, lacking a good counter almost guarantees us getting put in a sticky situation. I mean, just look at the lineup I have soon. I'm dead as hell. Actually, speaking of instas, I've came to realize the purpose of Torchwood in this challenge. I think that he's going to be used as a wall during this challenge. Mostly because we're getting to a point where we're having more unique loadout for stages. Speaking of, Day 3 is a string bean level and I'm hardly joking. Of course, we couldn't solo the level with him, but with the amount of sun that we were collecting throughout the level, it would have been pretty hard to get the real attackers. So I made this system that kills any basic zombie that is trampled to flowers, and throws any conehead back for another round. And also just designed those up as defense against the piano zombie, which their ability isn't too bad, if not a little bit annoying. Day 5. Chaos. Absolute chaos. Anyways, he's part 2 zombie. He's the third unique zombie in a row. He wasn't too bad this level, and I don't think he'll get any worse, but I have Prospect to do with, so I don't think that matters. Now, I will admit, I didn't notice them on the zombie select screen, which is why I placed an entire row of kernel posts in the back, but considering my options, yeah, we do have a Spike Walk and Torchwood, but we didn't have enough time to plant them. This level is still manageable. And I have Sunflower. I don't know, maybe it's just because, I was blind. Day 6. So, this level, I was trying to do this thing where I had to move the minecarts where the zombies were. Kind of like a game of targets. But it didn't pan out that well. Evidence? This.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier.
Finally, an actual level where I'm not poor. Yeah, Day 7 is what I said about Day 6 if it actually succeeded in my problems. Simply put, we're actually able to use coconut can in this level, and coconut can is way better than these. Day 10 was not that bad, thanks especially to Lightning Reed, but this level may be the beginning of a horrible curse. Oh no, it has happened. The challenge is gonna end. Billy is dead. He drowned in lead, and his killer was fed. No. Yeah, this level was surprisingly easy for something that should be hard on paper. A level that forces you to use minimum plants, while you are forced to use plants that may be too expensive for the level. But the thing is, we got really lucky. The level only houses basics and coneheads, and there are not many coneheads in the level anyways. So, when we get bonk choy, a plant that can kill zombies in such a short time, and iceberg lettuce, a plant which is free and can stall the coneheads, the level was kind of free, which I'm very thankful for. Have you seen the restrictions? That's for true? Yeah, that was pretty easy, I think. Day 13 joins Day 6 and Day 7 in the target game clan, because, oh boy, there was target to shoot. And today's warrior is Peapod, a plant which I think is pretty alright, definitely deserves second place. But also accompanying Peapod is Blue Rider, which definitely made this level way more chaotic, but not that bad. This is the that bad I'm talking about. Hey, so you remember Chicken Wrangler, right? The Scribbly Scribblo? Well, this is why this is the worst zombie in the entire world. So, remember what I said about Prospector Zombie 4 minutes ago?
First off, Prospector Zombie plays on the biggest issue of the challenge, hard counters.
Well, double it and give it to the next person because, oh my god, you're insane! So, as you guys probably know by now, Chicken Wrangler's counter is Lightning Reed. One guy. And pair that with the chickens already being a nuisance in the main game, this makes finding a counter for them our only priority for this entire level. You would not guess which planet out of the 7 would be a counter against Chicken Wrangler. So yes, surprisingly enough, the counter for Chicken Wrangler in day 14 of Wild West is free, Peter. Why? One word. Cabbage. Day 15 was pretty unnerving. Mostly because of restriction, but honestly, the zombie selection was really tame for the level. Which I'm happy about. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. The first roadblock of the challenge. And it only took us 3 worlds. So first things first, let's rip the bandage off. You're not scary. Yes, I've lost attempts due to negligence of this guy. Yes, I lost attempts due to being overrun by zombies. Yes, I lost attempts due to being in the vicinity of Evil Larry. But all of that, it's nothing Count 3 can fix. But the thing that does make it slow hard is my bank account. Because I don't have any sun producers, I am not able to accumulate sun that quickly. Which also means that I'm not able to collect attacking plants that quickly. Even then, all the attacking plants would have to do with Prospector. Which won't pan out well. Now, with all that said, how do you think we get out of this? This guy. Cheap, unlike you. Affordable, unlike you. Financially good, unlike you. Cost effective, unlike you. Financially sensible, unlike you. On my winning attempt, I started by placing the spikes in these 2 rows. The goal of the low is to get the back 4 columns completely filled with spikeweeds. Since spikeweeds can't get eaten through normal means, prospectors present no challenge, which leaves us with the other 3 goobers to deal with. It is required for you to know where the first 3 zombies are coming from at the beginning of the stage, which changes periodically. But overall, one spawns at the beginning of the level, and the other 2 spawns right after. You will need to place a potato mine for each zombie. Although you should stop placing spikeweeds right now, you will not have enough time or money to get all 6 required to kill each 3 zombies. But you should have a spikeweed in every row by the time the 3rd zombie dies. This is for the next phase of our strategy. For a little bit background details, 2 is just enough to kill any brown coat, while 4 is just barely enough to kill the coneheads. And keep your potato mines ready for any unprotected lanes or coneheads and their ponchos. Well, when you can. Because with how the level is set up, you're going to lose lawnmowers. That is a given. And you should use that fact to your advantage to buy yourself time and continue the gauntlet. And by the time you lose all 5 lawnmowers, you should have 3 spikeweeds in every lane. This is for defusing the coneheads. If you see a conehead coming, place the 4th spikeweed. That'll be enough to kill. And if you spot a graded poncho, wait until they're just about to leave the board, and then plant through the spikeweed. That'll be just enough to kill them. With enough trial and error, you can win. It's just really hard to do so. Day 17's more bonk choice bam. This time with a little bit of help with Ice Pickles and Jelly Bean. Speaking of, why is Jelly Bean effective against the mechanical bowl? It's a mechanical bowl. I got no idea what I was doing on day 18. Yeah, Texas accent. Anyways, I decided to get a little bit creative with it, and that failed. So I just said, let's get snapping with it. So I have no idea what happened with day 19, but the camera didn't record most of the level, so I'm just left with the last couple of waves of zombies. So instead, let's animate this sucker. Walnuts for chickens, spikeweeds in back for Prospector, spikeweeds in front for destruction, and pea-pod for pea-podding. Wow, that animation is too much for them. Day 21. Unlike last time, this is not important at all. In fact, it's just annoying. Simply put, I was correct about prospectors. We don't have anything to properly counter them. Now yes, you are screaming your head off about the fact that I have Spike Rock in my lineup, but did you see the restrictions? Yeah, that's kind of not in the budget. In fact, after trying to insist to the level that lightning needs the way to go many times, I decided to say repeater. many times. But eventually I did realize that I can use the minecarts to quickly cover all the lanes before more zombies pile in. And secondly, why I say that? 2 reasons. I used plant food. So I took a one glance at day 23 and said, well, Melpo's joined the Target Gang clan. And I think I'm pretty lucky to get him on this level. Why? Because of splash damage. This ability that the watermelon has allows us to kill many zombies at once. And that is very important because besides that, we are very broke. We have to spend most of the level planting tall nuts because of flower line. So for most of the level, we have to rely on the single melon pot. Speaking of tall nut, this level would also be impossible if it was not for the Water First Aid ability, which I feel like should trigger the don't lose X amount of plants requirement. But I'm happy that I did. I'm happy that I didn't. I'm happy that I didn't. Anyways, the level basically just boils down to memorizing zombie placements and spamming tall nut. And to be honest, this one was really fun under these restrictions, to a point where I might just do it again. In fact, I have. The footage you're seeing on screen is actually my second time playing this level under these restrictions. Also, this is just in my notes. These are how many melons it takes to kill all 3 kinds of zombies. Yeah, we basically got 100 by level restrictions for these last 3 levels. Anyways, here's the finale of the B part. This level has a really weird selection of plants. Our 2 mains of the level are Snapdragon and Bonk, which are good plants, but they're short range, which means we should put them close to the front. But we can't do that due to railways. So, the space that we're left with is very awkward, especially when we talk about the specials, like Chicken Wrangler, which today, I found out that the chickens activate when they confront other blocks. If you want to do this challenge by yourself, then plant food the walnuts, and also let the zombies activate the lawnmowers at the last wave. But besides that, this was a pretty hard level. Bonk Troy is pretty good. And we killed this guy with brain power. And all of that leads us to getting a phenomenal plant at the end. And that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. After all, it only took me 3 months to make it. Why did it take me so long? Anyways, I think the next chapter of the story is when everything sort of go downhill. And this camera I used to capture the whole series is going to see the whole thing and edit it and add sound effects and add goofy images and etc.